Welcome to XER, Xpound Entertainment Radio. I am your host for this one, Quiz, aka Mole. Joining me as usual is my co-host, Rick the Hammer.
Hello.
Not a co-host, Pew.
Hey.
Known as Anastasia Laserbeam. So
Hey.
yeah, I remembered your name.
Yay.
And our special guest this week is James Phoenix.
Hello.
And as usual, we're going to go with 2 bits of news, then we're going to go with catch up with games we played this week, and then we're going to go over to our topic, which is card games we want to see made. And these are card games on consoles and PCs and stuff like that, not just an actual handheld card game. Okay, so kicking us off with the news first will be Pew.
Okay. I feel special. Usually I'm settled to second.
I know, I just wanted to get out of the way.
Alright. So, Hyrule Warrior Legends, Ganondorf is gonna get a new moveset. That's gonna be pretty cool. Yeah. And, the 3DS, they already have the verification of the 3DS one, and there's gonna be a video up soon about the Wii U version. So yeah, he's gonna have a whole new like if you didn't like his style already, he's gonna have a whole new set for you. So to adapt your gameplay how you want it to be.
Nice.
I think he could definitely use a move overhaul, so that would be nice.
That would be nice.
Although they'll tie it to the amiibo or something.
The video is gonna come out next week. About his moveset.
And they changed the move in both of them. It's not like the 3DS.
Yeah.
Okay,
No,
cool.
it's both the 3DS and it says the Wii U video one is coming out next week. He said.
Nice.
And with his first bit of news will be Rick the Hammer.
All right. So the NIS America announced recently that Stranger of Sword City is going to come to the West in March of 2016. When they recently went to a new press site, and this was funny. I went to it, and they had, and it was like, oh look, this was deleted, and I was like, they didn't announce it yet. Oh, and then the little light bulb goes off, and then like the next day they're like, oh look, yeah, we can do this. I'm like, yeah, I wonder why. But it's basically like a wizardry style game, so Wifely will be happy. For better or for worse, it's the PlayStation Vita version. Just because I want to say it was a couple months ago. One of my bits of news was the Japanese company that made it was actually going to make an updated version for the Xbox One exclusive in Japan, and I was like, that's kind of cool. So I was hoping that NIS is going to be like, oh look, it's our first Xbox game, and no, it's just the old Vita version. I'm like, that's kind of cool, but it would have been cool to see both, but just thought that was pretty cool.
Nice. And my first bit of news, which I don't know which one to go with, I'll go with this one, why not? And that is, this weekend, director Ridley Scott gave the upcoming Prometheus sequel a brand new title. He referred to it as Aliens Covenant, a slight change from previous title where it was going to be called Alien Paradise Lost. Now 20th Century Fox has confirmed the film will be subtitled Covenant, and that it will be released in theaters October 6, 2017. A date it shares with the Jungle Book Origins, and the synopsis is as follows. It says, Ridley Scott returns to the universe he created in Alien with Alien Covenant, that second chapter in a prequel trilogy that began with Prometheus and connects directly to Scott's 1979 seminal work of science fiction. Bound to a remote planet on the far side of the galaxy, the crew of the colony ship Covenant discover what they think is an uncharted paradise, but is actually a dark and dangerous world whose sole inhabitant is the synthetic David, survivor of the doomed Prometheus. Bum bum bum.
I'm just so happy. For a second, I thought you were gonna say Alien Colonial Marines, the movie, and I'm like, what?
No, I like this. I like this.
Yeah, it sounds really good.
Yeah, I like it. It's Alien. Woo. And
Yeah.
Ridley Scott back. My favorite is Alien. And I'm like, yay! It sounds like it's going to be more like Alien because it's going to be building it all up to Alien. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
But what did Richter think of that?
When at first I was like Alien Covenant Marines, and I just started giggling in my head. That does sound pretty cool.
I will admit, Prometheus wasn't as up to par as people wanted. But there's been worse sequels. Like Aliens v Predator 1 and 2. And I'm assuming Jim has no opinion because I don't think he watches the Alien films.
I do not, so unfortunately I cannot say anything about that.
Fair enough. And Marcus Shedder was listening, so hello Marcus. And we're going to go to our second bit of news, over to Pewbot.
Yay!
I think, because Jim only had one bit of news, didn't you, Jim?
That is correct.
Okay, so
Alright.
I'll do you on the next bit.
Alright.
So, pretty much Mario versus Dr. Eggman. Both have amazing mustaches, but who wore better is the new tagline for this particular bit of food, the Golden Rings promotion. So yeah, that's what they have on the packaging for the food to promote it. Is they have Dr. Eggman versus Mario. Who wore better? Dr. Eggman, aka Evil Stash, versus Mario, It's a Me Mustachio. And even better, that Nintendo and tweeted back their really awesome comments on this, and they said, Nintendo of America said, this is Mario, save your embarrassment, Eggman. Maybe spend grooming that stash instead of capturing woodland creatures.
You go.
And then a smack talk back to Mario. They said, "We're proud of you right now. If only Mario paid as much attention to his princess's location as he did his mustache." I thought that was cool that they used like a little gimmick to make their just the food, and you know.
I will say I think Eggman's mustache looks better.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm totally for Eggman. That's fabulous. You kidding me? He's Mario's just like kind of natural, but Eggman's just like fabulous. You know how much jelly he has to put in there to grow it? It takes years to probably grow.
I mean, I don't hate Mario's mustache, but it looks so much like a load of other cartoon mustaches. Eggman's, depending on the version, can sometimes go into the just terrifying.
It's always distinctive, though. His is kind of look more natural, like wake up and it's just there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I thought that was fun.
This is not on the side. How about our own mustache theme?
It cut out. I just heard, what's that? And then that was it.
What side are you on? Eggman's mustache or
Of the two, yeah, probably Eggman's.
Yeah, fuck yeah, Eggman for the win.
Or Robotnik, as I call him. But Dr. Wily's is also good.
Yes, I also say that.
Jim, you've had some experience in the field of mustaches. What's your expertise as our blow-by-blow guy for the commentary on this battle of mustaches?
Well, it's a little tough to say. I'd say Eggman has a superiority in the size and poof department, but Mario's mustache has been around longer and has more experience.
There you go. True enough.
Yep. And
also buy chicken nuggets from the Golden Rings, because that's like the whole place who's promoting this whole thing.
What the hell is the Golden Rings?
That's where they have chicken nuggets.
Yes.
It's a place that sells chicken nuggets. And this is on all their chicken nugget logos.
Okay, where is this place, or is it just an internet place?
Oh, it's like
internet place. It sells food.
It's a chain somewhere. I think it's a whole bunch of places.
Amazon is an internet place that sells food.
Not everywhere. Yeah, like I said, not everywhere.
But it's still an internet place that sells food.
Aha.
Not exclusively food.
No.
No, but we are sort of exclusively food.
Is
But
the golden rings exclusively food? I didn't hear exclusively.
I mean, you could use the chicken nuggets
restaurant.
for. You could use the chicken nuggets for alternative uses besides food. Like, I don't know, you could stick them up your nose or something.
Yeah.
They can keep the hot dogs company.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, I thought it was implied by the word restaurant.
Yeah.
But
I didn't hear that word. Fair enough.
like I said, over to Rick for his second bit of news. Woo.
All right, so I have
Rick
this
Hall.
announced. Saw this announced. Sounds pretty cool, but Kadokawa Games said that they are working on a new tactical RPG that uses Japan's mythology and folklore as its motif, which is awesome because I like mythology and folklore and stuff. Their last strategy RPG, I could have used some work, so I'm cautiously looking forward to this, but it sounds pretty cool. It's called God Wars Toki wo Koete, or as on Kotaku here, they roughly translated it to God Wars Beyond Time. Either way, sounds pretty cool. Set in basically a place that's ancient Japan, and deals with that mythology stuff. They have a little bit of a trailer for it. And, it looks pretty cool. I'm definitely interested because it's sounds like it's things that I like all mushed together. So it could go horribly wrong, but it could go horribly right. So.
It could go right. That sounds like it could be pretty cool. And over to Jim for his only bit of news.
Yay.
Thank you, Jim. So now back to me.
Yay.
I'm kidding. Over to Jim.
His news is he could say yay?
Yeah. So I want to talk about just released today. Everybody has seen we have the trailer for the new Zoolander 2. Or as it is referred to in the trailer, Two-Lander.
No electric boogaloo?
No electric boogaloo, just Two-Lander. I gotta say, this movie looks freaking awesome. If you have if you can saw the trailer, it's all over the internet. Go watch a trailer for Two-Lander. But effectively, the premise of this film is that Zoolander and his good friend Hansel, whom you might remember being played by Owen Wilson in the original film, who is back for this film.
Just him? Like...
What?
Oh, it just sounds like you said only Owen Wilson is back, and I was like, what?
No, they got almost all the cast back. So the idea being that Hansel and Zoolander formerly were the top male models in the world, as you may recall. But unfortunately, that was a long time ago, and the modeling world has drastically changed now, and they're both considered losers and laughing stocks and has-been. And they discover this the hard way when they try to do a catwalk walk and get embarrassed. So they decide that they need to get back into the modeling game, but at the same time, they find out that there's an evil plot threat to modeling being orchestrated by Alexiana Attos, played by Kirsten Wiig, she has a variety of people working for her and basically killing the most beautiful people in the world. You might like this, including, as seen in the trailer, Justin Bieber.
He's not the most beautiful. In fact, he has a free concert because no one would pay to show up.
Also, this film does have a part played by Tyler Breeze.
It should. It really should.
I'm just thinking, if she's going around and killing well-known people, that seems like trademark infringement.
It does. Oh no, it's not killing for celebrities. It's killing beautiful people. There's a difference.
Not to Hollywood.
True. That is true. But anyway, yeah. So the Kirsten Wiig's evil plan is to go around and kill a bunch of people, all the most beautiful people in the world for whatever reason. Among them, we see people like Justin Bieber, other people in the movie, Billy Zane, Fred Armisen's in the movie. Not that these are the beautiful people, but Kanye and Kim Kardashian are in the movie.
Wait, do we see Justin Bieber assassinated? Is that what you're telling me? Because I will pay money to see that.
No, that is what I'm telling you. Yes, we see Justin Bieber gets killed, and in his final act of breath, he sends out a dying tweet or whatever with a picture of himself dying.
That seems about right.
But the problem is Zoolander is being suspected of this because all the beautiful people are all dying, and as they're dying with their last moment of breath, they're taking these photos and giving Zoolander's signature look, blue steel. And so people are suspecting Zoolander is knew this, and he's got to prove his innocence. And so he teams up with Hansel to get back in the modeling game and to save all the beautiful people, and also to apparently work with a model named All, who is incredibly androgynous Benedict Cumberbatch.
Nice.
And of course, as a reveal, the badass reveal in the trailer, of course, Alexiana Atos is not working alone. Of course, she is just a front. She is just a front for the true mastermind behind this evil plot, Jacob M. Mugatu,
Oh, snap.
who just got out of prison and is, wants revenge and is evil because evil Will Ferrell.
Yes, that could
Oh,
be
you-
cool.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, he was a villain in the first movie. But yes, so it looks like a really awesome movie. I'm excited for this. I want to see it. They also brought back Christine Taylor as Matilda Jeffries, Zoolander's girlfriend, wife, love interest, what have you. Penelope Cruz is in the movie as a hot new interest, presumably for Hansel, although I don't know yet. We just know that she shows up to kind of work with them, which is cool. And yeah, there we go. So
Yeah.
Woo.
good stuff. Also, apparently, a singer named Mika is in here. I don't know her, or him. He's apparently he's British. Okay, so apparently British singer Mika is in this. No, he's British. Fair enough.
I was really excited that it was a Japanese spandex-wearing wrestler, but that's a Rainbow Mika, so...
Yeah, that's a different Mika. Sorry. But yeah, it looks like an awesome movie. It will be released on February 12th, coming up, so go check that movie out and go watch the trailer. It's online now. You might notice in the posters there's a few different names this is going by. It was Zoolander in the trailer. The poster says Zoolander #2, like a perfume #2. So I don't know. And there seems to be some a few different titles running around. So I don't know which one they're actually going with.
Maybe one's the American name and one's the international names, because they sometimes change up names internationally.
That is possible. But yeah, so you can see this. Yeah, but yeah, if you can see this, if you go on the internet, go watch this trailer, because if you're a fan of the original Zoolander, you will love this trailer and you will be psyched for this sequel.
Yep, which you said that. I'll say thank you for that, Jim. Our last bit of news. An open beta for Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege will take place next week, Ubisoft has announced. The beta will kick off on November 25th and run until the 29th. The publisher also confirmed it will be open to players across all systems of Xbox One, PS4 and PC. Last week as well, Ubisoft did reveal what's included in the Season Pass, of course, which features early access to post-launch operators, as well as an exclusive weapon skins and a permanent boost to allow you to unlock content at a faster rate. But the beta is coming next week for people to try out. That is Rainbow Six Siege. Thank you.
Yay.
Yeah, I'm hoping our old beta works for that. But
That should be cool. I wouldn't mind playing more of that.
yeah. And now we move on to catch up with the stuff we did this week. Jim can kick us off first. Okay, apparently Jim's not there. Pew can kick us off first then.
Alright.
He's doing it.
Well, before I got
I'm here.
Fallout,
I was
Yeah,
muted.
go, Jim.
Sorry.
go Jim.
All right. Sorry, I was muted. Yeesh. Anyway, so I haven't been around. Do I do both of mine, or do we do each one and then each another?
Yes. Do both.
Okay, fair enough. So, I read a bunch of. I was on a vacation the last week and a half, which is why you might not have seen me in any videos except for the 2 that I was in from vacation. And while I was on vacation, I read several books, and they were all Star Trek novels. So I'm going to talk about 2 of the 3 that I read.
We do not condone reading on vacation. Thank you.
I was reading. I wasn't driving, and it was very, very long car ride, so that I was bored on. So I was reading. But yes, so of the 3 books that I read here, let's see, which one do I want to leave off? I'll leave this one. Well, yeah, I read one that's a Next Generation novel, one that's a Deep Space Nine novel, and one that is kind of a crossover novel, part of the Type 5 Pack series. But I'm going to leave off the Deep Space Nine one because that was interesting, but not the most adventurous. Just first novel is Star Trek Typhon Pact Brinksmanship by Una McCormick. Great novel. Una McCormick's also the author of the Deep Space Nine one that I'm not talking about today. That one, for the record, just if it is, that's called Star Trek Deep Space Nine: The Missing.
Considering you're not talking about it, you keep bringing it up.
No, I'm done. I'm talking about these two. So, Star Trek Time Unpacked Brinksmanship is the third of a set. I didn't read the previous two yet because I ended up getting this one out of order. But it's pretty good, and effectively, Captain Picard of the Enterprise and his crew are sent to deal with an issue of the Zenkethi Coalition, who are an alien race who haven't really been mentioned in a lot of the canon stuff, but they've been developed in the novels. And effectively, they are a member of a group called the Typhon Pact, a group of powers that don't like the Federation and their allies who kind of formed an anti-Federation against them. And so, effectively, in this one, the Zenkethi form an alliance with something known as the Venet Convention, which is basically a peaceful group of people who control 3 star systems and basically are not really involved in anybody. They applied for the Federation, but then when a bunch of wars and things broke out, the Federation never followed up on it, and the Venet Convention got a little annoyed by that. And so they formed an alliance with the Zenkethi, who are set to basically militarize 3 star bases along the Venet Convention's border with Federation space, which is a militaristic action, although they claim that they are only using these stations to refuel and supply their exploration vessels, and they're not using this for war, which Picard and the Federation don't buy this worth crap. So a negotiation is set to take place with the Federation and also members of the Cardassian Union and the Ferengi Alliance, who are all whose borders are being threatened by these star bases as well. There's one on each border. And things go crazy and go to the brink of war when these negotiations they find it hard. They're not able to convince the Venets that the Zenkethi are going to militarize this stuff. There's a lot of back and forth, a lot of fighting in the negotiations. At the same time, the Aventine, under the captainship of Ezri Dax, has been sent over to examine escorting. Initially, sent to examine one of the star bases and to look over to determine what is going on with the star base, and if the Federation wanted on the Federation border, they determine if there's actually a militaristic threat here or not, and ends up dealing with the situation from more of a front line. And it really gets dramatic with how close to the brink of war it gets, how much arguing, threats, warships being moved in. It's classic Star Trek where there's a lot of talking and whatnot, but it also brings in a lot of action and drama, and it's just really well done. And I like the fact that they have to go through this. They learn the powers of the Khitomer Corps, the Federation, the Klingons, the Cardassians, and the Ferengi. They learn more to work with each other throughout this and whatnot, and the negotiations. We learn more about the Zenkethi through this. At the same time, we read in alternating chapters about a Cardassian spy who is located on Ab Zenkath, the home planet of the Zenkethi, and they are or Zenkethi, however it's pronounced. And we see her adventure with trying to get off the planet. There's a Federation spy there too that she runs into, and she's trying to avoid him because he's compromising the mission. And inevitably they're trying to get off the planet and whatnot, and so that's another adventure going on. And inevitably the Aventine has to go get them off the planet. So it's really a good book. A lot of diplomatic drama, helps build the drama between the Federation and the Typhon Pact. It's the third of this set of books that's doing this. I have to go back and read the first 2, but that's a really good novel. So do check that out. Una McCormick has it's only her second or third Star Trek novel, but her novels are very good. So check that one out. The other one that I read that I thought is really cool. This is the newest Star Trek: The Next Generation novel. It's entitled Takedown. It's by John Jackson Miller. And this one actually feeds off of a Next Generation episode, which a lot of these sometimes do, which is cool. And effectively, a peace conference is called at a place called Far Embassy.
No, that means characters will be getting rid of.
Ah, nice. I approve. And but this is an interesting story, and you might be interested to know, Marcus Shadow, if you're listening to this podcast, which I hope you are, because I know you're a loyal member of the Xpound.
I already mentioned he was. I was seeing his view below.
Excellent. Well, you happen to know, Marcus Shadow, I'll be able to give you, since I know you're probably the only person here that actually cares, Marcus Shadow, I can give you more detailed information about these novels later. But Takedown heavily features Admiral William T. Riker as the primary character, so that's cool. Mark Shadow's favorite character, for those who don't know, from Star Trek. And effectively, Riker is sent as the Federation ambassador or negotiator to this peace conference, where 8 powers of the galaxy, 4 from the Khitomer Accords, including the Federation, and 4 from the Typhon Pact powers, are all summoned to this meeting, which the Khitomer powers believe the Pact called, and the Pact believes the Khitomer powers called. And they all go there for this meeting, and we don't really know what happens, except they all get there and don't really know what's going on. But then we see them all go back to their ships and start acting very strangely, giving unique orders. Riker transfers his command to the Aventine, saying he needs he's got orders from Admiral Akar to head straight back to Federation space. Or actually, not Federation space, straight back to the Federation for new order, new mission, whatever. And he leaves the Titan under the command of Christine Vale at the time, his former first officer before he got promoted randomly. And we see some of the others. We see Senator Pretorius of the Romulan Star Empire, who's kind of a loser, has never done anything, and he was sent because nobody took this meeting seriously. There's an old Ferengi who was there. There's an old Klingon woman representing the Klingons. There's a Zenkethi. There's a Tholian, and there is who was the last power? Oh, there's a Cardassian, right. So we see them all acting strangely, and particularly we focus on Riker, who commandeers the Aventine and starts issuing orders in regards to something called Takedown, which he explains is effectively a type of computer virus similar to the worms of old that can be sent through an open hailing frequency on subspace and can infect the starship systems and take control of them. And that it's in the hands of one of the members of the Pact, the Holy Order of the Kinshaya. And so the Aventine is sent to take down the communications node in order to prevent it from spreading. And Riker starts leading them on missions, destroying one node after another, some of them for different Pact powers. Then he tries to turn them on a Ferengi one, and that's when Captain Dax stands up and says no. And effectively, to try to figure out exactly what's going on with Riker and why he's acting so strange, the Enterprise is at one of these locations where the Aventine ends up and finds out that difficultly, because communications are down all over the place, he finds out that it's Riker doing this, and he's coming to the Aventine, and Picard and the Enterprise set off on a mission to stop the Aventine and find out what the hell Will Riker is doing and what happened on that strange base they all went to for this peace conference. And really adventurous, pretty cool, and it ties, I will say, I won't go too full into spoilers, but I will say the premise ties into a Next Generation episode and revisits some characters and things from that hadn't been seen or referenced in a while, and it's really cool the way they do it, and I really enjoyed the book, and I thought that they did a great job expanding Riker's character a lot. They expanded, just Picard's characters and some of the others, and you really got some of that old, next gen working together feel again, because a lot of the next gen characters are all in this one. The main 4 that are still on the Enterprise: Picard, Worf, Crusher, and Geordi, plus Troy and Riker, who were on the other vessel. So you're only missing Data, who's off doing his own thing. So that's fair enough. And so it really has that nice feel, plus you're getting some extra characters here and there of the new crew members. And it's just a really good novel, and you really don't see the twist coming until the end, when you realize, oh, that's what this is all related to, and it finally all clicks in and makes sense if you know your next gen. And then they had another thing at the end, which is even more awesome, with a framing device, because their framing device is Riker is with a mysterious man named Simus, whom he's never met before, where he wakes up and he's viewing all these events that he doesn't actually remember being a part in. And so the mystery is, how's that tied in everything with the framing device as well. So, great novel. It's the newest Star Trek Next Generation novel, Takedown. Go check it out. Go check out the other one, too. That's all I got. Back to Mo.
Wow, I understood like every third word of that. That was like an is or it or the. But otherwise, man, that was crazy.
Is that different from when anybody tells you anything else, Pew?
Yes, it is different, actually.
That sounded pretty cool, but we'll go over to Pew next for her catch-up.
Alright, so before I got home Fallout 4, I played Payday with Mole and Crispy, and I forget if Richter was there this week. I don't think he was.
I think I joined in right as you were leaving.
Okay. But it was really cool because I pretty much upgraded all my stuff, and I got 2 friggin' sentries now, and they're pretty badass. That's really fun. So I double the power, and we were doing like missions that I don't know, I don't think we have done like as often. What was the one where you get like cash from the basement or something, but it's in boxes, and some of them are like military parts or something?
That's called breaking and entering, and it's highly illegal.
No, it was this one that I haven't done like in a while, and it was pretty cool.
To be fair, Jim, the whole game is breaking and entering.
Fair enough.
We play as the criminals. The idea is to go in there, steal stuff, and get away as fast as you can.
You get your payday. Payday
Yeah,
2.
to do heists and stuff.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
so that one was
Fair
super
enough.
fun. And I like to disarm all the houses and check all the rooms for cash, and it was really fun. I couldn't figure out how the gasoline thing worked, but
You see, you
yeah.
light it and it burns.
No, but it wouldn't tell me exactly 'cause you need 2 ingredients or something, and it wouldn't tell me where the gasoline bottles were.
Yeah, well, it's
Is
a
it
video
wrong?
game.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, I guess it's a video game. If they told you how to do everything, that would make a really shitty game because there'd be no challenge to it.
I just don't know where shit is. But I don't know, it's still fun. 'Cause Victor blew it up, or maybe it was Mole or somebody, or
If it's
Crispy.
something we blew up and it wasn't gasoline you were looking for, the gasoline canisters are literally outside near the window. You pick them up, you place them on the floor, and you light them. That's it.
Oh, okay. So
What we
yeah.
blow up is normally when we're trying to make, is it meth or cocaine? I think it's cocaine.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that
Well, I
one where we
believe they're the
blow up.
same thing, aren't they? No.
I like the one where we blow up the blow up that thing that's blocking the ship to leave. You know, what do you call that? Like a ship gate? I don't know. But that's cool.
Well, it's in a game, so I believe I refer to it as Gamergate because it needs to let us gamers through. Topical.
Yeah, so that's pretty fun. Okay, so then I got Fallout 4, which is super fun. Although I'd compare this one. This one feels feels very New Vegas-y in comparison to 3. But it's not bad or anything. Oh, it has The Sims, obviously in it, because at least that's what I call it. Because all the house building and people controlling, and I'm not happy, or there's not enough beds, or I'm gonna stand here and do sim things because you didn't build it exactly the way I wanted.
That's
And I
called real life, Pew. That's literally how you live your real life. If I'm not happy, I'm just going to stand in the corner because you haven't built my house how I want. Ah, sad face.
no, but yeah, and there's the whole beds the bed bug where if you have because I had 40 something stupid beds or whatever, and they're there's 18 of us, why isn't there enough beds? And I'm like, dude, you're literally surrounded by 10 beds, pick one. But if you just turn off your game when I say turn off, I mean actually exit the game and then exit the application of said game, usually it'll fix it. So yeah, but it's really fun. I got my favorite companion, Nick Valentine, 1940 or 1950s detective robot. So that's cool. Although you can't, you have to equip because he's a synth, you have to equip very specific armor to him, which I haven't found yet. So I'm kind of annoyed because he goes down super crazy fast. So eventually, hopefully, I'll find armor for him. Because even it doesn't make sense. He's a robot. Why should I inject a robot with a stim pack? It shouldn't be able to make him get up. I should be able to throw some nuts and gears at him or something, and that should get him up.
Because the robot believes he's human, so when you inject him, it's more like a placebo if he then suddenly thinks it's working, so he gets back up.
He knows he's not human, and he's not the later robot that is made of the fleshy human.
Oh, he's an early synth?
He's an early. Well,
Wow.
he is slightly. He's slightly after them being completely made of metal, but he's not actually made of skin yet. He's when they tried to make the synths actually look human, sort of, before actually using fleshy materials.
Gotcha.
He just has a small kind of I don't know, ceramic covering or something, but that's about it. But you see him, he takes a screwdriver and he literally because sometimes when he gets damaged, you'll see because I was freaking out. I'm like, dude, your hand's missing, and his hand didn't come back for a while, and well, he was it was the robot claws, but he eventually got his actual ceramic hand back or whatever. But it's cool how they do that, or they have layers of him,
That is
and
cool.
if they get broken. And you'll see him, because he's a robot, he doesn't sleep or anything, so if you, sleep in the game, he'll be, walking around doing different stuff, because he doesn't do that. And he loves to, oh my god, if there's a bench, he will sit down immediately. I don't know if it's because old man, but as soon as, there's a nearby bench, he's a chair inspector. Oh, gotta sit in this one, and now I'll sit in this one and walk 2 feet away. Oh, I gotta sit in this one, too! It's dude, you don't have to sit in every single chair ever, but it's okay. You're tired, I get it. It's cool. And I felt bad not using the dog, because the dog does have certain benefits. And at some points, you actually can use two companions, because if you have a companion related quest, like I had the one where the dog had to sniff out this guy's scent, I got to use Nick and the dog, so that was cool. And they have other ones where you could use like Piper Reporter and like Nick, or Super Mutant and somebody else or whatever. There's like a bunch of combinations and opportunities for you to use two companions.
Nice. That sounds
So,
pretty fun.
yeah. The only thing I say, the leveling up system, I'm still like not used to with the whole perks thing, because sometimes I forget like, oh, I don't have this high lock picking or whatever, or luck, or I don't want to like waste all my time freaking crafting, and then all this stuff goes into that. Or sometimes, like, I knew my companion liked when I hacked computers, so I literally just leveled up my hacking computer stuff so I could get his approval rating higher so I could hack more computers. Yeah. But it's super fun. I pretty much almost beat the game, my main story, if that means anything. There's just still a bajillion side quests I haven't done yet. But man, Brotherhood of Steel, like, they're very New Vegas-y Brotherhood of Steel. Like,
They're kind of dicks. What little I saw of them.
like they were like everything like you have to take this exam to get into the Brotherhood of Steel, and like one of the questions is, have you fucked anything you would consider non-human? I'm like, what?
Yeah.
And I was like,
Your man says yes and puts pew.
yeah, fuck off. But I was like, and it's funny because they don't even let you answer, and because
You're
I
not
had
human. You're like a mutant.
no, like, shut up,
Or
listen.
whatever.
But because I have like my companion, Nick, like the synth all the time, like they hate synths and they want to kill like all of them, even like the ones that aren't evil, just because like they could be evil. So like they hate you. They hated me. They're like, well, I can't believe I don't try. I can almost not trust you with that thing your father's following you around. And I'm like, dude, like seriously, he's right here. Like it's a piece of shit. Like, and it's like, if you really don't want me, then fucking like say get the fuck out. Like, it's just the way they treat you. It's like so horrible. So just warning you that everyone's gonna hate you if you have like, it's like bringing freaking It made me feel like was it when you bring a Legion to this the place where Tali is for her trial? That's the reception you get. It's like, dude, you can't fucking bring a gat to a place with all these Korean around. What the fuck's wrong with you? Of course, I did that purposely just to piss them off, but like here, it's not as enjoyable. Yeah.
Well, like they make the Brotherhood of Steel like really useless because in the first 20 minutes of the game, well, actually no, once you're actually playing, you get like a power armor, and that was the whole purpose for joining them last time, was so you got power armor.
Well, see, that's the thing. I have
Without
like three
killing
different. I have 3 different sets now, and you can actually make your companions use the power armor. And sometimes, if there's a spare power armor around, they'll just get in it anyway. So you can both be in power armor.
Because you got them the Rick perk. So if there's spare mech suit, they will get in it.
No, Rick.
Oh, no, wait, that's an actual perk, and you're just being silly. I had to think about that for a second. Because literally, I couldn't figure out for the longest time how to get Nick out of the suit, and I was like, I couldn't figure it out because I tried to.
Did you try candy? That usually works.
Candy.
I got some Hershey's. Oh, okay, fine. It's a Snickers.
Well, you see, Pew, guys will normally take off their clothes when they believe there's a chance for sex.
Fuck off.
Did you try rubbing some carrots and a blade up and down? You're going, oh, that's so sexy.
But see, if she did that, then he couldn't get in the Brotherhood because then he'd fail the test, right?
They don't let him, and they always they're assuming that he's your slave, and when they go on there, and they are on the assumption that he is your slave, and that is the only reason why you'd ever let him to follow you around. So, yeah, they say, oh, make sure you curb your pets, or things like that.
Nice.
Yeah, but and the guy, sorry, just one more thing. The guy who is your partner for Brotherhood of Steel, he totally looks like Dom from Gears of War 2. He pretty much just looks exactly like the way the armor is now, and he's such a douche. Oh my gosh.
Is that guy you meet when you're trying to get the radio tower on top of the school or whatever?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
Oh wait, no. This is the guy you meet in Cambridge. He's like the first dude you meet, and you have to shoot like a bajillion ghouls before you get to him.
Yeah, and he's got the like injured guy and like that medic
Yeah, okay,
lady
that is
or the
him. Okay.
reporter lady that doesn't want to be there.
He's not in the Diamond City, but yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember
it's the
seeing
same
that
guy.
guy. His wife
Yeah, he's
played did that
fucking
part. And
douche.
I was like, this guy's kind of a douche, but well.
He's super douche. Oh my god, he doesn't wear a helmet, and then he's like, armor is super important, blah blah blah, and this and that. And when I went to go on a mission, he's like, "You're taking that thing instead of me." And then I love that Nick said, "You got it, Buster." And he's like, "Fuck you." He's like, "You piece of shit." He's like, "It's like, oh," he's like, Nick told them off. It was awesome. Like that, you piece of shit, and can. He's like, "Oh, it was cool," but it was. I like the whole companions. They have companion quests, and they have like little like dialogue things. Once they get your approval enough, I think there's like 3 or 4 tiers. That's cool too.
Woo.
And each like character seems to have a personality, because in most like Bethesda games, I don't give a shit about the people at all. But it actually seems like they're people here, so that's
Fair.
another good thing.
And over to Rick for his catch-up.
All right. Played some more Divinity Original Sin co-op with Wifeblade.
Wifeblade.
We're huh?
Said, "Woo,
Wifeblade.
She might be listening. I have to give her a woohoo.
That's true. But one part that was kind of cool was we went to like the second area because we finished the first one, Act 1, whatever. And one of the subplots that's going through is that there's this mineral that the miners are harvesting that causes rot, which basically kills you. It's bad. We killed a mage that had a wand with it that was made of that material that will kill tree ants basically instantly. And we got that, and we're like, and she I don't know, I think Wifeblade picked it up and we saw it. I was like, oh, it does that. I'm like, that's kind of a cool use. Like, I could see that coming in useful. And you fight one tree basically with that group, and then we went and fought another one, and it was like ridiculously fucking jacked, where like it took of the things that it took damage from, it only took 10% of like 2 different elements. And I was like, I think we're supposed to use the wand on it, because we were like sitting there trying to hit it for a while, and it does just like fuck all. Even lighting it on fire, any of that stuff does like nothing. And I was like, I think we're supposed to use the wand. She's like, okay, fine, we use it. And she's like, this shouldn't work, it's a boss. I'm like, but otherwise, what are we supposed to do? And just fucking dies. We just start laughing. We're like, okay, fine. So we loaded and like did that again. We had it set up so it would happen faster and we wouldn't waste shit. But that was just funny to just watch him just die instantly.
But fire is everyone's weakness. It's fucking fire.
I know, except the fire elementals.
I was quoting, and I'm not sure if you guys saw that DC's Robot Chicken 3. When
No.
Robot Chicken 3 DC, Batman's got his dossier of all the people he's gonna kill.
Mm-hmm.
And he mentions Manhunter, and he shows him. Robin's like, oh, his weakness is fire. Batman's like, of course it's fire. Everyone's weakness is fire. It's fucking fire. I was just like, that's awesome.
Well, he's made out of wood. I thought he would be, but he was like only like he took 10% of fire damage.
Nice.
I was like, what kind of wood is he made out of? Well,
That kind of wood from Game of Thrones, like that one, like yeah, that's it, because that's supposed to be really actually fire-resistant wood for some reason. So there you go.
okay.
See what they didn't tell you, Richter, is there's actually a secret game crossover. You're supposed to take Pugh's gas cans for Payday, bring them over to your game, and toss them on the wood guy, then set them on fire.
That was actually one person's strategy. He's like, I built a semicircle out of the oil and ooze barrels, lured him into it, and like exploded it, and it did most of his health.
Nice.
That works too.
And one person's like, I lured him into the lava up north. I'm like, that's a really good idea too. Too bad you can't teleport him. By the way, if I didn't mention that last week, that is the greatest.
Living with logic.
You can't do it with him. You can do it with some fights, but
I reasoned with
yeah.
him.
No, you didn't.
I held up a
Sure you did.
potted plant and said, look, this one likes me. All plants should like me. And the tree's like, oh, we are now friends.
And then he ate you.
Then he ate me.
Actually, like I really dislike the because sometimes some fights you can talk your way out of, but you have to do this like fucking awful rock paper scissors against the computer to do it. And if anyone's ever played a video game where you have to play rock paper scissors with a computer, you know that the computer
You
will
always
decide.
lose.
Yeah, they'll decide if you're gonna win before it starts.
Yeah,
There's no skill involved or anything. It's just if the computer is like fuck you or less fuck you.
Yeah, there seems to be one or two ways that goes. There's either the computer that always beats you, and you're like, really? Or there's the one that always loses because they're like, no, we just want the player to pick, in which case,
Yeah.
why is that an option? There's no middle ground. Oh, it's 50-50.
Yeah. But Wifeblade has better luck doing it for whatever reason, so I just give her the controller if I have to do it because I can't win those at all. They're fucking awful.
It's because
yeah.
having boobs statistically improves one's frames for rock paper scissors. Fact. That is why in the Olympic game of rock paper scissors, men don't compete.
Or like really fat guys do.
Yes. I love the idea of, oh my god, I got old. What in rock paper scissors? You just be like, get the fuck out of here.
Can you imagine? I won gold in what? Rock, paper, scissors. I'm like, I'm so proud.
I got bronze. What in rock paper scissors? How?
I picked rock.
Oh, I'm so glad I trained for those 4 years.
I got bronze. How? I chose garbage can over there, and basically a participation badge.
No, he was playing Spock, Lizard, rock, paper, scissors.
Lizard Spock. Yeah.
Meteor.
That would work too. Well, yeah, we also, and then let me see, what else did we do in that? There's like 4 elemental rulers. We're in the fairy realm or something, and we had to kill the Ice King because he had the other ones trapped.
Did he kidnap a princess?
No, not exactly. He's imprisoned a maybe evil mage, but also
Is it
he's
a female
like
mage? Is
it
a female mage?
was.
There
It
you
was.
go. He's getting closer.
But he's also kind of a dick because he's like really resistant to elements. But there's like 4 statues around, so if you break one, then it takes away most of his resistance to that element. So and the way the game is built, which is kind of cool, is you can actually attack people before like they're talking to you or before the fight starts if you crafty enough. So sometimes if you're like talking to somebody and like because you can do co-op, so like I'll be talking to someone and then like Wifeblade can walk up behind him and just attack him and then it'll stop the conversation, but you get like a cheap shot on him. And so we hit his tower or the statue or whatever, and then he's like, oh, and then he runs over and it's like, nope, we already got a cheap shot, so we can kill it faster because we're dicks apparently.
Hashtag wife out of nowhere.
Yes. That's still the game's still fun. God, I'm trying to remember what the clock is at now. It's like maybe close to 40 hours. Way too much of that is me dicking around while she combines fucking everything in her inventory. But other than that, it's pretty cool. And
It's only been like a week in the Fallout one. It's like I got like 4 days on it or something, so I can totally get it.
I was excited because I read. I think it came off of TV Tropes, and never do that if you aren't going to waste 2 hours doing it. But in the original Fallout, like if you spent, it was like 13 in-game years, it would just end, and you'd get the bad ending, and I think that's really awesome.
Are you serious? That's amazing.
Yeah, they later patched it to be like a farther out date, but yeah, that's what you'd get, like the cutscene of like super mutants like overrunning some town, or it was like some amount of time, but it was less time if you told people where Vault 101 was or whatever it was, and like if you spent too long, super mutants would just overrun it and you'd get a bad ending, and I'm like, that's really cool. Sucks, but it's really cool.
That's funny.
But other game I played this week on 3DS is Moco Friends. This is a review game. It's like a very cutesy, like, I know this is going to sound weird, but cutesy, more kid-friendly version of Pokemon in a way, because it battles
Is
seem
that
a
possible?
little... I know. I didn't think so, but it somehow seems like it's aimed toward younger people than Pokemon. I don't know. It's not bad actually. It's pretty relaxing.
This is just secretly the real life version of Chin Pokemon, isn't it?
It's not quite that.
Pokemon.
There's no shoe,
Okay.
but well, all the monsters are like stuffed animals, and it's very like girly, if that makes sense.
Well, now Pew has to collect them all. Good job.
You said girly.
Ha!
Fuck off.
Sorry, right. Sorry. Now Marcus has to collect them all. You see what you did?
See, I had your back, Pew. I'd never accuse you of being girly.
Yeah, Marcus doesn't play his 3DS, but yeah, it's pretty easy, but relaxing, and it wasn't too bad. I'm trying to think of what else to say about it. It's very strange. One thing that was really cool is like when you take damage, that like little puffs of stuffing appear on them, like you're like putting holes in them or beating the stuffing out of them literally, which is kind of funny. But like the problem is the where it puts it on some of them is because it's not random. That would have made it funnier, but it like happens in specific areas that are different, somewhat different depending on which one it is. And some it's like on the end of their hand, and it just looks weird. It looks like they have a boxing glove on. Like it doesn't. Like you think most of them would be around like the chestish area. You know, that's like the center of mass. You figure that's where stuffing would come out. No, it'll be like on top of their head or like their arm, and it looks weird. Like, oh, he has cauliflower growing on him now. What the heck is that?
That sounds pretty funny.
Yeah, but that's what I've been playing this last week.
Nice. And would you recommend that game for kids?
Yeah, I think so because it was not hard, so I imagine kids wouldn't have much trouble with it. Oh yeah, and the main one, I think they showed on the box, but early on when you get your first actual one, it's like this little yellow mouse with like a rib, like what do you call it? Like a
Danger Mouse.
like a head, like a handkerchief tied on its head that looks like, you know, like kind of like ears coming out, and I kept calling it Natachu, just 'cause it looks like it's supposed to be Pikachu but not. And then it evolved and it was like blue, and I'm like, oh, now I can't call you that anymore because you don't look at all like him, and it's less funny.
Now it's Meryl.
Kind of, yeah, it's like a not Meryl.
No, Meryl.
But one of them that's cool. One of them I like. He looks like a little ghost, and like the base form looks. I think it looks really cool because he's like has like that black mage face from like Final Fantasy, where it's just dark with the little eyes, and he's got a little ghost hood and stuff.
Nice.
He looks pretty cool. And then his upgrade doesn't look as cool because it has like a big goofy eye in there, and I'm like, oh, like I miss your base form.
Nice. I have two games I played this week. First is I played 10 hours on Star Wars Battlefront. I played that from sometime last week. I think it was like the Wednesday or the Thursday or something. It was when it went up on EA Access, so you got it exactly a week before release. So it might have even been the Tuesday. But I know it would have been the Wednesday because I think it just went live the day after we'd recorded. But yeah, I was playing that 10 hours. That was really fucking fun. I even played a game with what's his name, Crispy, where we got to go through and do like, oh, he's Boba Fett, I'm Han Solo on different sides. That was oddly fun. Or like, oh, I'm Vader, he's Luke, and vice versa, and whatever we wanted to do. That was really fun. I liked that mode of Battlefront. I thought that was pretty cool. And the other, and we played that. We played Survival, and I did some of the multiplayer games, and that was pretty fun. Looking forward to the fact that comes out here tomorrow. Well, technically that comes out here now. It's out right now. It came out literally when we were supposed to record, midnight. But yeah.
And yesterday for Americans.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure here.
Eh.
I just be like later chumps and then just take off.
Yeah.
We already had it for a whole week.
Not you.
No, I mean Mo, like he had it for a week.
Yeah. I did, but I know what Victor meant. But yeah, nope, I show up for these. But yes, I know it's shocking. But yeah, if someone shows up.
I'm not used to that. I'm not used to people doing that. Give me a minute.
Yeah. The second one I played this week is Call of Duty Black Ops 3, and I will point something out in that game that Pew will like.
What's that?
There's a Doctor Who Easter egg for you, Pew.
Oh, cool.
Have you seen that yet, Rick?
I don't think so.
There's a DLC level called Nuketown. We got that free for purchasing the game. I don't know if you got your out with yours, but we got it for you do have Nuketown.
Yes.
Go to Nuketown, go to the mannequins and shoot their arms off. After you do that, they come alive, but only if you're not looking at them.
Ha! That's amazing.
Thought you guys would like that.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yep, and it says and I remembered on Black Ops 1, you used to get rewarded with Rolling Stones' Sympathy for the Devil, which was awesome. But this one, you actually get the Doctor Who Weeping Angel style Easter egg. I thought that was pretty cool.
Nice.
That's cool.
But this game has a lot of stuff in it to do. There's bot mode, there's zombie mode, which is fucking awesome. There's playing through ISD multiplayer campaign together, which is awesome. There's verse mode, which is awesome. Not a single part of this game's bad. I think some people may not like the zombie mode this year, but I like it because it's gone back to how it was a few years back when it was just about not completing it, but seeing how long you survive. And I'm like, that's kind of cool.
Also, Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah.
Yes, there is a Jeff Goldblum. He makes everything better. Especially UK Christmas adverts. But yeah, I was playing Call of Duty Black Ops. I played it with Richter.
Yep.
And I believe Richter has some stuff to say about this.
Yeah, we played some of the campaign. 3 levels, I think.
Yep.
Which, the story's kind of interesting. Spoilers for the end of chapter 1, I guess, where you get almost mauled to death by a robot, and then it's to defeat a robot, and then you get cybernetic arms and legs, which is just cool anyway. I like the dude that I'm just gonna say is gonna be evil just because he's so randomly there, but some guy that was with you, it's he wasn't even injured, he just volunteered. I'm like, hell yeah, he did. And I'm like, I don't trust that guy though. You at least, you have your arms ripped off and your legs ripped off and stuff, and it's oh well, you could live, sort of, but we can give you robotic stuff and make you a super soldier. That guy over there was totally uninjured and it's just happened to doing this too. And I'm like, okay.
We also found out, in bot mode, if you go with the bots, you have everything unlocked, all classes, everything unlocked, nice. And you can just build how you want. So we have a local, or not local, bot mode loadout. Me and Crispy went through that, and what we did is we put the other team on the maximum amount of bots possible, put the other team on just us two, increased kill streak count so each kill was worth 5, and we had hundreds of points. I had less than 30 at the end. Because my kill streak, I put down a guardian. It's like a machine. It's like a turret. So it goes and starts to eat through them. That gets me more kills, which instantly built up back to a guardian, then back up to my next kill streak. I wait till I go to the third one, then all at once I launch these death balls that roll around the map, killing shit. A plane that goes through the air and shoots stuff on its own, and then another guardian. All of which keeps replenishing it, and it was ridiculous. We were getting hundreds of kills by the end of it. We're just like, this is really fucking easy and really hilarious. We need to do this from Rick's on again.
Yeah,
a great way of testing the specialists too, which is a great feature.
True. But when you have all the bots, when they have a lot of them, they travel in packs, dude, like fucking wolves. I'd see one and I'd shoot him and be like, haha, and then just more would just come across. And I was trying to pick up, because we were doing kill confirm, where you have to pick up the dog tags, and it was I couldn't, because there was always another one coming around the corner, and eventually I'd have to reload, and then I'd die, and I couldn't pick up any of them because I'm not shooting them in my face.
Yeah,
they would come around the corner and just pick it up, and I'm like, I'm not getting any of these.
We had that where they swarmed us. Then I also got lucky. One of the times I was stuck in a corridor with Crispy, and as we're going down this corridor together, we just see through the other end a lot of their teams, I don't know how many, 15 guys just walking up the fucking corridor. So I pressed L1 and R1. My guy pulls out spikes and goes "Whoa!" into the middle and just does a death wave that wipes them all out.
Nice.
Pew! All my kill streaks up, and I'm like, yep, don't worry, I got this. I love that mode. It's so fun. Like I said to Crispy, I don't care now. Now we got this, I don't need to play PvP. I still might every now and again for a challenge or for fun if I'm not playing with you guys. But for the most part, bot mode is really fun. It's really fun getting to try all the different modes and stuff. Like I even went against Crispy on that gun game. I'm not sure if Richter's played gun game yet.
Isn't the whole game gun game?
Oh, you. I'm gonna poke you in your belly like a Pillsbury Doughboy. Eh. Oh, greatest random thing ever. But no, gun game, you start with like this pistol,
Uh-huh.
then you have to use that to kill someone. Then that upgrades you to dual wield, which upgrades you to shotgun, and it does that. It's every man for himself. And I killed Crispy a couple times. He killed me a couple times, but most of our kills were bots. And it's just fun to be like running along the wall like you can in this game. Run along the wall, pull out the dual wields, and go through them all. Boom, shotgun, boom, assault rifle. And I don't know why. That's just oddly fun. And you can go back and rewatch them afterwards, which is fun.
Nice.
But yeah, that's my two. Hopefully we can do more with that with Rick this week.
Yeah, should be able to.
Yay! He's the best one. Like I'll also be doing Star Wars Battlefront since I've got that downloaded. I'll be doing that with noisy microphone over there.
Yeah. That's
I'm
me.
sorry.
It was really loud. It was
I'm sorry.
but yeah, it's fine. But so that takes us to the end of catch up. Hopefully, someone came back. If not, oh well. It's time for catch up. This week we have to do. This week's one is top 7 card games on a computer on a video game card games we'd like to see. Kicking us off first with number 7 will be the James Phoenix.
Cricket.
Okay, the Richter Hammer.
I don't know if
Alright,
sound effect.
I tried. I'll go because I know that this one will be elsewhere too. But
If we have duplicates, we can still talk about them and just say it's them, and when we go back around, we'll just say we had this one.
okay, I'll do mine first. At least one of the ones I know. But Mole was always talking about WWE Supercards, and that does sound cool, and I'd love to play something like that. But I'm not gonna buy an iDevice for it, and they don't. And you know, my phone has none of that kind of stuff on it because it's a Windows phone. We don't get fancy apps like that, like your Fallout shelters and whatnot. And
Hot Jelly Belly.
I know. Hey, I was happy that they made the Fallout app for it, which
Oh, the companion
sadly,
app?
yeah, which was funny because like I was doing it and I kept calling Wife Blade Butterfingers. I'm like, look, you're dropping your stuff. She's like, wait, are you dropping my stuff? I was like, no, you're dropping your stuff. But anyway, but I want to see like a Super Cards. I'd love to see like a console version of it because that sounds really fun to play.
I do.
So-
I do have something like that on my list, but it's a little different.
Mm-hmm. But that's okay. But yeah, that's what I'd like to see because it sounds cool. But I don't have anything that could run it, so.
It was pretty okay.
That was my number 7.
Number 7. So Pew's number 7.
Okay, my number 7 was I thought it might be cool if you had a kind of these are kind of like Munchkin Cthulhu, like Sly Cooper game, where you pretty much build up your character, you know, with equipment and like pretty much power-uppy stuff for stealth and stuff, and then you can collect like coins and things once you fight each other. That's cool. Like they do in Munchkin Cthulhu. You ever played that?
I have not.
No one ever played Munchkin Cthulhu. It's so awesome. Okay, basically, it's kind of like a really, really fast version of D&D. Because there's no like character sheets and like literally the cards are like you get it and it just builds you up, or takes you down depending, or some have like oddly specific circumstances. Like one of my friends got the Monty Python one that says you only get like +6 to your armor every time you use this card. You have to sing a Monty Python song. Like, and it was just the funniest thing ever. But yeah. It's kind of like that. So I imagine like you could have like these like whole like stealth things, and maybe like steal from the other person if they have a higher stealth, than you, or maybe better weapons or whatever.
Nice.
See who has like coins at the end. Steals
Okay.
the most.
That could be okay.
Yeah.
Over to Jim.
Hello.
Hello. You're number 7.
My number 7. Excellent. My number 7. On my list here, I got it here somewhere.
You'll be
There.
7th.
Yeah. No, I just okay. My number 7 because I was always curious about this. I collected them when I was younger. I never really understood how to play the game, and I feel like an electronic version might, much like
Pogs are not card games.
No, not Pogs.
Ha!
My number 7 is Pokemon. Because I always collected a lot of Pokemon cards when I was younger. I had a binder of them, but I never really understood how to play the game. And I feel like, much with things like, for example, Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist that we like to play, if there were an electronic version where it taught you how to do the different moves, that would make it a lot easier to understand and play, because I didn't know anybody who really ever played them. I just knew people collected them. Except you guys, because I know you guys played them, I think one of you said. But,
I have.
yeah.
Yeah, I played them
I-
once. I never made them.
Yeah, the people that I knew
Which
at the
one
time, I didn't really play it. It was just a collecting thing. So I'd like to see a playable version of that electronically that made it easier.
Which one did he say?
Pokemon?
Oh, the Pokemon trading card game.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
Indeed. So yeah, Pokemon, just because I would like to be able to, give it a shot. Because it seemed like it was an interesting game. I just never really totally knew how to play it, and I never really had anybody who was interested in playing it anyway. It was really just collecting it.
Yeah. I liked it back in the day when you had like the little jewels and stuff to put on it. I didn't like it when they got rid of the jewels and they made it more like Yu-Gi-Oh!
Is it more like Yu-Gi-Oh! Now? So I don't even know.
It is closer than it used to be, yeah.
Fair enough. Back to Moco.
My number 7, I made a Batman game. Ooh. Batman. It's Clue meets, of course, Magic the Gathering. That will be coming up a lot on this list. And basically, what you need to do is you need to use your cards and your traps and stuff like that, and all the various cards and stuff like that to solve crimes, to figure out who actually did the crime, while competing against other players. So you'll be going essentially around the board like Clue style, but the second you get up to the other player, it'll turn into like a Magic style duel where you have to like use Batman's gadgets and all this to try and defeat people, to try and actually be the greatest detective. Ooh. Thank you.
When do you punch him in the other person in the face?
When you lose.
Oh,
It's like any other game.
It's also known as like
Monopoly.
I imagine that somewhere in there, if we're using a Yu-Gi-Oh! Parallel, somewhere in there there's gonna be a card called Time to Plan, and that's basically turns Batman into Exodia.
Nice. I was not using Yu-Gi-Oh! I was using Clue and Magic.
Fair enough.
I believe it's called Clue over there. It's called Cluedo over there.
Cluedo for you, yeah. Yeah, you had it.
Okay. Cool. So
Nice.
number 6, Rick the Hammer.
all right. For my number 6, because I know that they made this not over here, but Top Trumps is pretty cool. So I'd want to see a version of that, but it plays like the Jackbox Party Pack. So
Nice.
like you can, so like the one screen kind of shows the field, if you will, or whatever in the theme or whatnot, but then you don't see everyone's cards when you're playing on one screen. Like everyone has their hand or whatever on like a phone or a tablet or a computer, and I think that could be a really good way to do it, where you could play it pretty quickly with other people, and it
I will
wouldn't have
say
screen peek. Yes.
I will say they did not make that over here. They made
No,
that
but they made the normal version. Sorry, they made the Top Trumps I mean, I'm saying that I know that they made a Top Trumps game.
Ah,
so,
fair enough.
over
To be
there.
fair, yeah, yours
But
sounds
yeah,
like you
no,
actually
yeah.
put more effort in it than they did. They're like, fuck it, it's dinosaurs. It's like, that's not why these cards sell. They don't sell because people want to play with them. They sell because people want to settle duels within Star Wars or Marvel or DC or Ninja Turtles. Not dinosaurs and history and other crap like religious people. Well, it's
That's
not
why they
religious
have.
people. Like, oh my god, it's better than yours.
That's
Oh
why
my
they have
God, they
the.
need to do that.
That's why they have the epic rap battles of history.
Before they sold out or after?
During.
Ah,
I know, but
Yeah,
I will
really
say
knew.
that does sound pretty. That does sound pretty cool, though. Rick. The Top Chumps idea of sharing the
Yeah.
field and using the different devices. That would be fucking awesome. I'd buy it.
That sounds pretty cool. So I just in response to the comment Rick made, yeah, I kind of knew they sold out because for everybody, our regular viewers know I work at a library, and when I went into the library, and the new magazines came in, and the Epic Rap Battles guys were on and in the magazines, I'm like, okay, yeah, no.
nice.
It's over to Pew for her 6.
Alright, my sixth one was similar to Mo's with Clue. It was with Scooby Doo gang, and it was pretty much not like obviously a murder mystery, but you gotta unmask them and figure out who had done it or who's the person, who's the thing, monster,
The thing.
Well, sometimes it's not like just a person or like it's like a scary thing. It's not like a specific like thing. It's like an unnamed monster. Yeah, so I just pretty much thought it could be like that with the whole traps and clues and picking stuff up, searching rooms. You have to eventually come up with a plan and contraption to make it work at all.
Nice. And over to Jim for his number 6. That
Oh,
did
I just
sound
thought of a
pretty
cool name for it. Cluby Dooby Doo.
Never call it Shaggy and Scooby Get a Clue.
No. We don't
No,
have any dogs that
that
hear
was
the.
fucking terrible.
We hear
Speaking of things that are
the.
fucking terrible, Jim's number 6.
Nice.
Nice. For number 6, forgive me because this may or may not exist. I can't think of one off the top of my head, but this might be a thing. If it's not, it should be.
Yeah, your
That's
last one did, so why not?
Yeah. And
Game Boy Advance.
that's a Harry Potter game. Where basically it would be in a similar style to Yu-Gi-Oh, where you'd have different witches and wizards that have different attacks and defenses and whatnot. And instead of like spells and traps, which you could technically keep spells, but it would be more like charms and hexes and things like that, where the object deplete the opponent's life points, and you'd have lower level people like Harry, Ron, people coming up, and you'd have like the God modded, like the God cards like Dumbledore and Voldemort and shit. Seems like it would be a lot of fun to play Harry Potter that way with real like actual wizard duels going on.
That could be cool.
I like that.
That does sound pretty cool.
I said I feel like that. I know there's Harry Potter card games of some kind, and that may or may not exist. I know aspects of what I just said are from. I have the Harry Potter trivia game that involves a lot of use of cards, but it is a board game, so it does not count.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I think it'd be cool to have a card game like that. And the cool thing was I believe these are supposed to be electronic card games, I think, were they not? I could be wrong. Yeah. So if you did that, you could do sort of like what the Legacy of the Duelist did, only with better than PS2 graphics, and you could have like some of the spells actually activate and spell each other and do things. Trificus Totalis, person falls over. You could do stuff like that. It'd be awesome.
Nice. And my number 6 is another one number 6 because I went last.
Okay. Yeah.
Anyway, my number 6 is another one I've made up. I think everyone here would probably buy the crap out of this. I hadn't thought of a name, so I named it Geek Battles.
Is it
What
like
this
Table
is?
Fight?
No. Allow me to continue. What this is basically like a Yu-Gi-Oh, or better suited would be Magic the Gathering, but a lot of people don't want to learn the difficulty of that. But so Yu-Gi-Oh would work for a casual card game, but you can take either of them, and essentially speaking, you can sell DLC packs of Marvel, Star Wars, DC, your Doctor Who, Scooby-Doo, Ghostbusters, And when you're playing it, instead of summoning monsters, you'd be summoning actual heroes and villains from various geek media to battle it out. And like you could even do something like, okay, you have to, if you want to go with the Yu-Gi-Oh one, of like you have to sacrifice, say, 4 superheroes to summon like a Superman style superhero because he'd be God or something. I think that could be kind of cool, and I think it would make a shit ton of money because, okay, you may not buy every single pack out there, but if there's if say like you like Doctor Who, if you like Ghostbusters or any of the ones I mentioned, you may go out and you may purchase the packs just of the ones you want to play it, and I think that'd be awesome.
I'd buy the shit out of that.
So basically, you just made Lego Dimensions with cars and without Legos.
And a completely fundamental different game with different properties.
That
Yes.
doesn't matter.
But besides that,
Yes, puny human.
yeah. But over to Pew for number 5.
Alright. Number 5 was kind of similar to I wanted to say Magic, but then I thought it would be too hard for people. So I thought Yu-Gi-Oh, but like and this maybe you actually made me think of this Solid Snake the card game. Yeah, that'd be fucking awesome. Because I could just imagine you start out because there's so many like stuff that comes up there. Like you have like stealth and you distract your opponents, and you have so much that's going on besides the actual like fighting and shit.
Do you get bonuses if you don't take him out of the box?
Well, I say you get bonuses if the box has like a horde on the side of it to distract people, so you can just leave it there and they'll stare at the empty box with the whore painted on the outside of it, and then they'll just stare at that. You can sneak around them, but you lose points if you decide to put bombs inside people's vaginas. Because that does not belong there. I don't know why people would do that.
I don't know, but that's a wonderful line out of context.
Yeah. But I just thought it'd be so much fun because there's so much fucking stupid shit in that game anyway. I thought it would be great.
Nice. And over to Rick for his number 5 then.
All right, for my number 5, I wanted another video game of the Digimon card game, which wasn't actually like the actual TCG. But on the PS1, they had one that was just Digimon card game, and that was really cool, even though it was technically the final boss cheated, like, blatantly, like, that was the whole point. And they also, in Digimon World 3, they had a somewhat similar card game in it, but again, different, and again, not like the actual TCG. But those were really fun. Like in World 3, Lifeway and I played way too much of the card game. We like beat everyone. We, were writing down like all the cards and who had what and stuff. And so I would like to see another version of that because that was really fun. So I'd want to see either, put it in the an actual, like if they make another Digimon World or even like the Cyber Sleuth ones coming out. Like if they have one that's more of an RPG, even if that's just like a mini game in it, like Triple Triad, just not with the bad parts of Triple Triad. But it wouldn't have to necessarily be its own standalone release. They could just have it as a mini game in one, and that would still be cool.
Nice. And that, like I said, that does sound cool. And yeah, it always annoys me when some stuff, like you mentioned with the card game, is what's the name? You know what I mean? Where they got it wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll say this before I turn it over to Jim, which gives him a chance to swallow. And that is basically, like for example, when we went to like Dungeons and Dragons, they still haven't done an actual Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, okay. Like all of them are like side scrolling and stuff, but okay, over to Jim for his number 5.
Alright. For the record, so everybody gets Pew's dirty idea out of their heads, I'm eating dinner while we're recording this. Anyway.
What is it, Mole's idea? Because he's the one who said swallowing.
Yes, but you're the one who made it dirty.
Not exclusively.
No.
I definitely giggled like I was in 4th grade, so.
Yeah, nice. Anyway, number 5. This will probably never happen because they never agree to it. But I'd like to see a card game of DC versus Marvel, where you're basically trying to get the correct. Like, you basically have decks that are one person will play as DC, one person as Marvel, or you could technically mix it up for a whole new game. And basically, yeah.
They actually did this once as an actual card game.
Did they really?
Yes. Oh, what the hell was its name? It's something like Heroverse or something like that. And basically, you could buy the DC pack or you could buy the Marvel pack, but they were able to be interchanged and be used against each other with the sole purpose if you could do that with those two. And I was like, that's cool.
Oh, that's what's awesome to play that. Well, yeah, that was my idea. Basically, you're trying to get the more powerful characters, trying to overpower. Maybe they each have a power level and a defense and whatnot. Kind of like that. What's that guys again? That Power Rangers card game that you guys were playing on there for a while. Then something like that. The electronic one that you guys are playing on your phones or whatever. It could be like that. I think that would work.
Possibly, yeah.
Where you have a different power and you have to match them. Maybe without using the Gosei head to give random numbers, but something like that.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, I think that'd be fun to be able to play with these characters against the Marvel characters to see who would truly be victorious. I think it'd be a lot of fun. But if that exists, I might have to go look at that and see if I can find that somewhere.
It used to exist as an actual card game, not as a video game. Last time I looked at the cards, like just the starter deck was ridiculously overpriced because it's out of print.
Right, that makes sense. Fair enough.
Yeah. But my number 5, and this is ironic just because what people said last time. Number 5 is Super Fight, the PlayStation 4 game. Because I put it to you guys and everyone here, what is big with gaming right now? It's that interactivity and streaming, like Twitch and stuff. And like Richter mentioned, the Jackbox party game and how that was and how fun that was. Imagine if you could stream Super Fight, and when you do it, it picks out the cards for you. You play the ones you want, and you do all that. But then the people in the Twitch stream can then vote after you've had, like, say, 60 seconds or so each to put across your points and then rebuttals and stuff. And then, boom, it cuts to the audience to actually vote on who won. I think that'd be really funny and hilarious. I don't think I'd stop playing it. So, but at least I'd play that. But over to Pew for number 4. Over to Pew for number 4.
My one would be like a really, really simple version of Pokemon. Like in like 1990, they came out with this Pokemon handbook, and how Professor Oak pretty much describes the first 9 types of Pokemon or something, or maybe it was like 12 or something, as like a complicated or a more complicated version of rock paper scissors. So it'd be kind of like this, except with Dr. Mario and the different colors of viruses and pills. So it could be a very fast playing game. And it'd be really simple because it's basically, like colors and pills and, virus affects another virus or whatever, But, yeah, that's just really simple thing, and I think any kid's age, would love it rather than just, adults. It'd be for everybody.
I'm sorry, I'm listening to you describe this game. Is this supposed to be a game about drugs or for people on drugs?
It can be both.
That's pretty colors, and they're moving this, and ooh.
It was written by someone on drugs.
I don't discriminate. It is for everyone on drugs and off.
We here at the Xpound do not condone taking drugs.
No, we do not.
Unless you're getting
caffeine's okay.
Illegal drugs.
There we go.
Because obviously, if you've got a headache, take an aspirin.
Yeah.
Yeah. We also don't condone taking excessive amounts of legal drugs.
Yep.
Just take all my fun.
Moderation.
Speaking of excessive amounts of legal drugs, over to Rick.
Nice.
Yay. All right, so for my next one, now, I know that one person in this call remembers this game, but there's a pretty cool PlayStation 3 game called Eye of Judgment. Used the camera and it brought the cards to life on the screen, and that was really cool. So, I'd want to see another one of that because I think it really could work as a concept. And they could reuse the PlayStation 4 camera or the Kinect or whatever. And you could either have a board. You could either use it directly like it did last time, where I know Mole had a problem with people printing cards, and but you could have a board like either like Disney Infinity or something, where it can, and you have like the Animal Crossing cards because they, like the Amiibo cards that they have, so it has that technology. I know Mole also had a similar idea for this.
I do.
Or I thought even this will tie in a bit into my next one, but you could also like have some kind of like armature that you hold that like has the cards on there if you want to do something like that. But I think the concept was really awesome for that game, and I'd want to see another one, and I could see ways to either keep it how it was and not make it, or it just PvP be damned kind of thing, or do something in it where it maybe there's less cards overall but they're more expensive, like the Animal Crossing ones, and it just reads them directly, so you still need the card, or something similar, like, because aren't there like fake amiibo chips probably at this point? But yeah,
I wouldn't be
There
surprised.
is a fake amiibo chip, and you can buy technology to change it, but it's not as widespread as what happened with the
as a printer.
Yeah, because
Widespread
it's not
as
a printer. I like that concept. Over to Jim for his number 4. I think we're on 4. Yeah, 4.
We are on 4. My number 4, I'm going to see a Jack and Daxter card game because it's me, so you knew that was coming. And I feel like this game would kind of be based on Magic the Gathering, only because obviously you have the different types of different characters. Not only the characters themselves, but also, sorry.
Thank you.
Not only the characters, but also all the different types of creatures that Jack and Daxter have come across throughout the 1 or 5 games that they've had so far. Technically more if you wanted to be cheap and work into PlayStation Heroes. But if it leaves, yes, if it leaves,
we didn't play.
All Stars Battle Royale. Anyway, you basically have they'd also have the different power levels and whatnot, and because of how Jack and Daxter's world works, you have all these different types of eco, and they could be the different types of mana that you use to power your attacks and different things that you do. Which I think, which would kind of feel like a green eco represents represents Earth. It represents land. Red represents this mountain, whatever. Just that green would be forest, red is mountain. Or you could even change up and just tie it to the elements themselves. Okay, green is earth, red is fire. The actual elements that they represented within the series, and kind of use those to power your attacks and power up your different characters to give them abilities, or to use other types of cards and whatnot. I feel like that would be kind of a cool game to work into, because there is such a wide variety of things over the course of the Jack and Daxter world, being the all the original kinds of creatures from the first game before they changed the whole thing to Grand Theft Auto Jack and Daxter, and all the additional new characters and creatures and metalheads that were introduced later on. So I feel like that would be pretty cool.
That could be pretty cool.
Nice.
Indeed.
My number 4, just because we knew this had to be on someone's list. Cards Against Humanity, the PS4 game, using Cardcast, so we get our custom decks.
Nice.
With, of course, Twitch integration, so we can stream it. Multiplayer stuff, so we can play it online. If we all buy the game, we can all play it at once and stuff. That would be awesome. And yeah, obviously good servers, unlike the actual Cards Against Humanity one that we play, which isn't actual Cards Against Humanity. It's a game made like it online.
Like pretending Ziggy.
Yeah, which that servers are horrible, but a PS4 version would be great.
I feel like as awesome as it would be to, have our own custom decks and white cards and, blank cards, sorry. That plus Twitch, I don't think that ends well for any of us.
Hashtags Who's Simon now trending.
Hashtag where is
Just
this?
one person has got to see the Owen Hart stuff in.
Hashtag where's this whore that is somewhere lying with lingerie stuffed down her throat? Is anyone gonna at least let her out?
Wait
Or
a
the
minute, that's the
fear of
cops
my-
asking that one.
Or
I
your
don't know.
lasting fear of my blank power.
Yeah.
Pew, you got that card wrong. That's not lingerie. That's Simon's cum soaked silver thong.
Yes. But speaking of whores, over to Pew for her number 3.
Fuck off.
Everyone keeps setting these up. I don't know why.
Mine was pretty much using the amiibos to, to get amiibo reader, and that would be put in the game as a card. And pretty much you could just do the same thing fighting with your amiibos via cards in the games. Yeah.
Ah, cool.
Because, that's really fun. That way you don't have as much cheating, because you have to actually get the amiibos.
Yep. That could be fun.
hmm
Now that some are available.
Nice. And over to, I believe, next Rick then.
All right, so my next one, hinted at earlier, was I'd want to see a Yu-Gi-Oh that has an NFC dual disc, where you put the cards in and it reads them,
Fuck
and then
yeah.
it shows the screen. And it would suck to rebuy those cards. I'll flat out say that. And I would feel really stupid playing it. But I'll be darned if I wouldn't want that, and I wouldn't buy that, and I wouldn't just, when no one's looking, act like a complete and utter idiot and totally wear that on and be overly dramatic and all that other stupid stuff. That'd be amazing.
Nice.
I mean, I wouldn't want them to replicate all the cards because there's so many garbage cards, but it'd be kind of cool if they had, a good selection of good cards to, for strategies and stuff. Just not there's a lot of cards, let's be fair, that they don't need, and not ones that I don't personally like, just ones that no one would ever pick them.
Yeah,
they were,
you mean
filler
ones
cards
that
back
no
in
one's
the
ever
day.
used.
Yeah,
But they're used.
there's ones that, it's like, oh, he's 300, 400, and you're like, no one needs that. If you have that as your in your deck, you just don't have better cards, and that's not going to help you at all.
Basically, Karibos of.
At least Karibo has an effect, though. I mean, there are non-effect monsters that are just garbage. Yeah. And
what if
And
you
it-
use them for sacrificing?
no, there's so much better cards, though. I wouldn't put in a card just to
Yeah,
sacrifice.
it's kind of like if your name isn't Joy Wheeler and you're using a Swordsman of Landstar. Just no.
Yeah. Even let's be fair, Flame Swordsman is terrible. He's ritual.
Kind of, yeah.
No, he's a fusion, and he's 6 stars and 1800. He's garbage.
Comparatively, yes.
Yeah. Back in the day, he wasn't so bad, but nowadays no one would use him.
Yeah, when
It's too hard to
when
get him out for
the same boss,
1800.
you can summon 3,000, 4,000 dudes. Yeah, no.
Yeah. Or even with no sacrifice, you can get 1900, which would kill him outright.
Yeah, it's like there's so many. That's another thing. There's so many shitty fusions. It's like the freaking I can't think of it. There's half a dozen just such shitty fusions that are 1,100. Why would you go through the effort to fuse that?
Exactly.
Yeah, I could see that. But
I fuse into a Karibo.
yeah,
And especially on the when the fusion monsters have a lower attack and defense than the monsters you fuse to make it.
yeah, I could see that being a good game, and
Yeah,
I could see it's making a lot of money.
Yeah. Like I said, I would totally play that, and I would feel like an idiot, but I'd do it.
Yeah, it's worth it.
Worth it.
Over to Jim.
Excellent. All right, so my number 3, and I mentioned this briefly earlier, so I'll just mention it briefly here again. Power Rangers, because I feel like if you took any of the existing Power Rangers card games, either the ones that are on phones right now and other portable devices, or even some of the physical Power Rangers card games they've had in the past, and adapt that to an electronic medium, I think that would be really cool, because then you could actually see, like I said, electronic versus the characters actually fighting each other, and you could have special things that activate, like, for example, if you were to, if you have a Jason and you attack a Goldar, it automatically queues up a cutscene of Jason fighting Goldar in the show. You could, if
based on the way he worded that, does that mean phones and tablets and not electronic devices?
I like to see it on console. Excuse me.
That's fair. I want to see a transfer of the physical stuff, or the ones you can get on phones, to an electrical device. What the hell is your phone running on?
My phone's made out of wood.
On magic.
What you mean? You mean your phone isn't a slab of rock with a talking bird in it that flies somebody else's phone to relay the message?
Yeah.
His phone is 2 cups and a string.
There you
And 4 girls.
go. Exactly.
And his cup is 2 phones and oh wait.
Yeah. Good try, Richard. Good try. Pat Richter on the back. But yeah, so I'd like to say I think something with Power Rangers like that on a console would be awesome because you could get the up-to-date animations of the various Rangers and Masters attacking each other. You could work in a, like I said, a thing where cutscenes from the show kick in if certain characters fight each other, sort of like in the Legacy of the Duelist, where if you use a certain monster, it gets a little crappy PS2 graphic attack. You know, stuff like that. I feel like that would work really well. Like I said, from what I've seen of the game that I know Mole and Marcus Shadow have on their phone and they were playing, it seems, or at least Mole did. I'm not sure if Marcus had. I think he did.
I've stopped playing.
I don't know, but you guys did play it. It sounded like a really cool game, and it seemed like something that could really work for that type of a formatting where you could actually have, you know, and you know, to read it around like, oh, we're in Angel Grove, we're in Turtle Cove, you know, whatever. Work that around that way. That could be fun.
Things that rhyme with ove.
Yep. But yeah, I could see that. That'd be pretty cool. My one, number 3, which Richter did touch upon. Eye of Judgment. Using NFC, so you can't just print off cards like a dick, is what I had written down as a description. And I also had PlayStation VR support. I wrote down PlayStation. I wrote down Project Morpheus out of habit,
Nice.
But because how awesome would that be if you could stand up or whatever you want to do, put that helmet on. It's like you're standing on the edge of a battlefield, commanding your fucking army of awesomeness to kill the other army of not so awesomeness. Attack!
Attack the not so awesomeness.
Then, June, you put the card down, you can just point to where you want it to go. June, summon it there when you're doing it with the VR headset. That'd be amazing. Like, card goes down, pchoom, over there. Card goes down, pchoom, attack. I'd so play the crap out of that. Because I like Eye of Judgment. I bought Eye of Judgment. I didn't buy its expansion. Actually, no, I did buy its expansion pack. But yeah, like I said, too many people printed off cards, so it made it completely stupid to play anyone online with it. And yeah, so the game just died. So this is my way of fixing it.
Yeah, an electronic version would pretty much eliminate that.
You would. I think that'd be amazing. Would you add PlayStation VR support to your Yu-Gi-Oh game, Rick?
Do it.
Yeah, sure. I mean, in all honesty, that would be cool, and I would feel like even more of a dork playing it. But sure, why not? Have the headset thing on and being overly dramatic, and no ability to see people watching me do this.
Oh, I think people would have the ability to watch it because you'd need the PlayStation camera, and I hope you scream. So all they see in the corner is some guy with a helmet basically on, and it's a big device on his arm, being going. Ugh.
Yeah, oh yeah. Even streaming it would just, yeah, might as well just put the final nail in the coffin that I could ever be cool. Just put a little picture of me, like, yeah, wearing that, and then they don't, in fact, no one even needs to see the game. They can just watch me wearing that in the dual disc and just like announcing everything, like, just be like, your swordsman Aladdin star is impressive, and then just start laughing and be like, no, I can't even joke about that, and then.
It'd be amazing. Poor Rick. Well, we've only got 2 left now. And kicking off number 2 is Pew. And that rhymes. It was unintentional.
Alright, so I think Luigi's Mansion. What?
I was kidding. You said I think, and I said no, you don't.
Yeah, no, alright, no.
I have evidence to disprove that theory.
So, I know Luigi's Mansion, I think, would make a good card game.
Nice.
Because basically you have all the ghosts and the boos and all the monsters, and pretty much you have a whole way to set up a whole friggin' like battlefield army or exploration or kind of whatever you would want to try it even to do. You have like it pretty much builds itself up, already.
I believe the plural of boos, or boo is boo.
All the boo.
One boo, two boo, my boo.
I knew you were gonna fucking say
King Boo in a Bowser costume.
And I'm kidding. I honestly don't know. I honestly would say booze. I just really want to say the plural of booze.
I really think they are boo because I don't think I've ever seen booze. But just it's just saying like all the boo sounds weird.
Oh, the boo. My boo.
It just sounds fucking stupid.
Mario's taking a selfie with his boo.
See, like it sounds stupid, but you know, that's what it is. But yeah, I think that would be good. You can have like special cards, you know, and special attacks for all like the ones that aren't boos, but they're like the ghosts that have like the personalities or like people or whatever.
Nice. That could be really fun. I did like Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah.
It would be awesome.
And now, Hammer Rise. For number 2.
Yay! All right, so for my number 2, I wanted like, but unlike the real number 2, I like this anyway. I like this on my phone, but I would want to see because I know that I don't know much about it, but I know that there's like a Transformers somewhat card game. Sounds kind of like Super Cards. I just saw like
There is
2
a
pictures of
Transformers
it.
card game. It's called MasterCard, and I can use that to transform it into anything I want.
Oh. But I'm not sure if this is how this game is, but I don't care. This is the one I want to see. But I want to see one that's it's a trading card game where like you get basically, you know, it's like squad v squad kind of. You can have up to like 5 or something. I'm not sure. And you fight up to other 5. So it's like part RPG, part, you know, TCG because your people are cards, and then you can equip them with stuff. But I think that would be kind of cool. Because of course I had to put a Transformers one in there somewhere.
That's totally Munchkin Cthulhu. Which you totally need to get for your kids, because I'm sure they would love it.
Maybe?
Also,
They'd
get the
probably
game
lose
Flux.
half of them.
Also, if you find anyone who's OCD but likes card games, get the game Flux, and it'll make them their head explode. And then when they die, you can loot their corpse.
We
It's just a game all
Xpound
about.
do not condone taking the mickey out of people based on their learning abilities.
No, I'm just saying because the game's all about changing rules. So I purposely got that for my mom, who always you know, like gets like all the rules for like Monopoly, and like, oh, that's not in the rules. And this game, the rules change like every 30 seconds. So trying to keep up with it is like insane.
To be fair, you need to have people who look at the rules when you play stuff like Monopoly, because people just make shit up, and then there's always the argument. So it's like, no, we have the official rule book. We're playing by the official rules. Stop playing by make-up rules.
Oh, I know, but it's just funny that she always has these like she has the first thing she goes before she looks for the pieces. Where's the rule book? You know. If we already know like the rules, we already agreed upon that those are the rules. You don't need to keep telling us things we already know.
Official or not, you're never going to stop me from free parking money.
But I believe it's over to Rick for number. No, we did Rick.
Yeah, I did my number 2.
Pew is responding to you, so over to Jim for number 2.
Thank you. Alright, my number 2 is Star Trek card game. This could be awesome because you could have a combination of using both, you know, the crew members and the ships to wage different types of battles. There could be ground battles with the crew members, but then you could those could be upgraded to space battles, and different crew members could be used to improve the quality of attacks, defenses, or abilities of spaceships. Like, let's say I'm playing the Enterprise, and say, oh, you know, I'm taking damage. I play a Geordi LaForge, and that increases my shield output or something. You know, it could be kind of a fun little thing like that when you work that all in. And if you're doing an electronic format, you can actually see like representations of characters and stuff doing that. You can see the ships flying around, things like that. And that seems like, and you can also, you know, use, you know, items and abilities to, you know, to just say, okay, you know, we change the terrain over to here. Oh, I open a wormhole, or, you know, whatever, stuff like that. Or, you know, as a modification, I upgrade the engines on my ship or whatever to, you know, give more maneuverability so you can avoid attacks. There's all kinds of things you can do anything that the crew members or even the starships could do, and it could be a lot of fun where you're trying to outmaneuver each other, increase the proper points to win it out. It might be a little complex, but I feel like it'd be a lot of fun to do.
That could be awesome. And I think Star Trek's a good enough property that people would buy that.
Yeah, totally.
And my number 2 is Dragon Ball. I didn't have a name for it, but I'm just going to call it Dragon Ball. Basically,
Not the Z.
no, because that's only in the anime. I want to also include the manga from the beginning of Dragon Ball when it was good up to when it became Z, and it wasn't as good, but it was still enjoyable.
Okay, I only know that because I only know the Z, whatever. And then I don't really know that. I just slightly know it.
Now you know.
I think Dragon Ball without the Z was when they were all kids, wasn't it?
Pretty much, yeah, and it was when it was about adventure and it was about the martial arts, not just who had the bigger beam.
Yeah.
But
And any more ridiculously colored and shaped hair.
yeah, but I was gonna say, I just called it Dragon Ball, and basically basically Xenoverse meets the collectible card game, because the idea is you've been recruited, you have to make your own character and play through the game, but you have to collect the actual cards of Dragon Ball Z people and then play the trading card game in order to advance through the story. But you still get to create your own character, walk through, do online battles, local battles, all the shit that you could on Xenoverse. There's even going to be a story mode, and just have fun in evolving your deck, basically.
I love that concept. Can I make a suggestion? What would be cool in that game is if you did all that, and if you completed and got to the end and did like 100% of everything in the game, then the game would turn you into a card that you could then use in your deck.
I assume it might do something like that, but I'm not sure. Like, I know, like, when you completed Xenoverse, the ending was your character defeated the main bad guy with or without Goku, depending on how fast and quick and stuff you did stuff. But I still thought it was cool where you could do that, where you could be like, okay, I'm going to summon Vegeta, June, and he goes and fights in the battle. I think that'd be amazing. But yeah, that's Dragon Ball, the card game. And now we've reached the end. Take us away with your number one.
End.
Take us away with your number one, Q.
Alright, my number 1 was similar, again, Monster Cthulhu one, except with Transformers, and you could, like, maybe piece together, like, 3 or 4 different Transformers. Like, you maybe have the same ones if you had all the same cards, but let's just say you got, like, I don't know, Bumblebee's Camaro, and, like, I don't know, something that Megatron has that's unique besides being evil, because I don't really know. But,
have you named it Combiner Wars?
I don't know if that's a thing, so I was thinking like all the Megatrons, all the Transformers, all the Transformers have like a specific and unique ability or something. So I imagine you could like punch them together or something, you know. So you could have like you know, like a kind of unique one because that's pieces of all your favorite ones, and I could fight other people's ones. And that would be really fun. Because maybe you could have, like, 3 different, like, I don't know, slots where different parts could go. Like, different transforming part, different, like, weapon or specialty, or, you know, different, like, head, or, I don't know. Whatever.
Nice.
So I think that'd be fun.
Fair enough. Over to Rick for his number 1, and that did sound fun, Pew.
Yay!
I like the idea.
All right, so for my number 1, this did exist, but not in electronic form. I want the return of Anime Mayhem, which was the like anime trading card game. It was like several series together, and they could interact and stuff. And that was a really cool game. Plus, you could play it like versus or co-op, like or you know swap between the two, which was pretty cool. And I could see them doing that kind of stuff.
Oh, so
but you know.
So what you mean is J-Stars the game, the card game, huh? Sorry,
Yes!
I like to be included. What
More so, No, you're not. No, you're not allowed to. You're not allowed to be in that one. You're already in that one. But
I'm already
no,
in
because
that
they
one.
had like ones that weren't even like because J stars are all. I know you're being silly, but J stars are all like in that magazine. This one was just ones that were. At first, it was all ones that were Pioneer brought out. If anyone remembers that company, but they weren't like connected in any other way.
Were they a dub company at one point?
They were. They
Thank
originally
you. I
made
seem
like
to remember.
Laserdisc players and stuff. But...
I remember a Pioneer dub of Dragon Ball, and
Yeah.
then that was really horrible, and then it became Funimation and stuff.
Yep.
I have some of them on DVD, I think.
Yeah, they did a lot of stuff. And actually, my half brother worked for them, which was funny. Not in that department; he did other stuff. But yeah, no, they made like electronics, like laserdisc players and TVs and stuff like that. And but yeah, they also brought over some of the early anime series and whatnot. But the first Anime was like 4 of their properties, but then later they added more, and then later they had a Dragon Ball Z expansion that could still work with the other one, and that was a really cool card game.
See, I shouldn't think this, but when you say like my half brother, I'm thinking like composite Superman, like one half's Richter, one half's Marcus on the other side. Doom, composite Richter.
That's not how that works.
That's not how it works.
That'd be really awkward. Marcus is like a foot shorter than Richter. Just half of Richter's head would just have nothing against it.
Oh, that's not how that works.
But yeah, it was a cool game. The licensing I know would be like a total nightmare to do because America. But that'd be awesome. I'd want to see that.
Yeah, sadly, it might not be depending on how they did it. Because if J Stars could do it for a smaller one, with the fact of more companies nowadays are doing that stuff, they could do it. I just don't see it being dubbed.
Yeah, I'd be okay with that. I mean, it was the. Yeah, I mean, honestly, the original was a card game, so like there was no dubbing, and I'd be fine with just, not even, just sounds and stuff.
Yeah,
but, yeah, I could see them wanting to have some kind of language with it.
That could be really cool. And top that, Jim.
Yeah, probably not gonna happen.
Shazam.
Fair enough.
The card game. No.
No. I mentioned Marvel DC earlier. Anyway, now my number one's pretty straightforward because I've just kind of wanted this for a while because it's the only thing I've in real life that I ever really played besides Yu-Gi-Oh! And I want electronic Magic the Gathering because, yeah, somebody
Don't
needed
they already have like 4 of those?
They do, but they're not that good. None of them actually seem to play like the actual game, and they all seem just sort of half-assed and released on a budget.
Okay, I just didn't know how big that was or what was involved.
Plus, I don't think any of those are on console.
There's some. I think there's one on the PS3 and 4 and so. Actually, I don't know about the 4, but most of the ones on the consoles, like I said, they're normally like your Yu-Gi-Oh one, Jim. But
Yes.
they're just not that well put together or anything. I'm like, I want an actual big budget release of this.
Yeah, and that'd be awesome because, like I said, unfortunately, I didn't get to really play that much Magic the Gathering because I even only got into Yu-Gi-Oh because my friends at high school played it, and we actually started staying after school and formed a card club to play Yu-Gi-Oh. And inevitably, when we got around to my senior year, it started. And inevitably, at the end of the year, at the end of high school, our senior year, we started swapping over to Magic more frequently because everybody started playing that. We're like, okay, we'll play Magic. And unfortunately, I never really bought Magic cards per se. I basically built a deck out of cards that other people gave me out of pity because I had no cards, and nobody wanted to play Yu-Gi-Oh with me. So
you were so cool. You must have been your prom king.
No.
I don't even know if he was a prom king. That would just be hilarious if he was.
He was the prom librarian.
Prom librarian, there you go. No, I was not the prom king. My high school did a weird thing where the prom was the junior year and not the senior year, and so because I thought, it's the junior one, I don't. Yeah, it's true. Then I figured because the seniors all go to it every year too, but it's the juniors that plan it and have the crowning and everything. And I screwed up not realizing that was how that worked because I thought it worked like every other high school, or it's a senior prom, and basically I ended up not going. And if you don't go to the prom, you're not qualified to be elected to anything. So that didn't really work. Although I was I was told that I apparently did have some votes, although how many I do not know. Probably not enough to win anything, though.
I never went to my junior prom either.
That just makes it feel worse.
We never had proms here. At the time, they started to become a thing now. We just had school dancers. But basically, that's all they were called. That basically consist of a load of people going out back and having a beer and a cigarette. Well, the music.
Yeah, because everybody over there gets out of school leaves school at 16.
We do leave school at 16, but nowadays they're actually doing proms for like the end of school for that age and stuff. I'm like, oh, okay.
Fair enough. But yeah, so anyway, Magic the Gathering, we started playing that, and I really sort of liked the game, but because we started playing it so late in school, I really didn't have that much opportunity to really play it or build a deck. And so an electronic version would really make that a lot more fun. My deck was not the best deck in the world. It was functional. It's a red-green deck. It does what it does, but it was still a lot of fun to play, and it worked out because one of the teachers played Magic, so we'd go play Magic in her classroom and, trade cards back and forth and whatnot, so that was fun. But, yeah, I think the only good card in my deck was Fireball. So if I got enough mana, I could kill you with a Fireball. That was about it. But at any rate, yeah, I'd like to see Magic electronically so I could build a decent deck and actually, be effective in the game.
I got into Magic when my first years of high school. That's when everybody got like all stuff together.
No, P, we're talking about the card game. I'm not talking about your weird cult that you're in.
No, I mean in college, that was when people were in Magic.
I believe Jim Rick just posted you a link of Magic the Gathering electronically on PS3. Which, yeah, like I said, I had one or two of them. I never thought they played right, if that makes sense. So, like what you mentioned, Rick, with the Digimon one, I was like, they feel off.
They have the Hearthstone thing in the PS4.
But I believe we're over to my number one.
We are. Take us home, Mole.
WWE Slam Attacks.
Yes.
Now, hear me out on this one, people, before you go wonder. This is basically going to be similar to Super Cards, but more like the actual card game of Slam Attacks, spelled with two X's, where basically you can do weapons, you can fight for titles. This would have actual multiplayer with friends, similar to that Yu-Gi-Oh game you've played, where you can invite your friend into a room and just play each other. However, this game would cost everyone here $0. Huh?
That's a lot of zeros.
Yes, because I would put this as the yearly pre-order bonus. Like each year you get the updated version of this game, and if you don't pre-order it, it costs you like, say, $10. So you pre-order the game, you get a free card game.
Nice. I approve.
Everyone benefits, I think, with that. Because one of the things that's been bad with the pre-order bonuses with the wrestling has been some people have been like, oh, I have to pre-order to get this character. But if it's an actual separate game, you don't need it. And also, it would be standalone, so people who don't have the game would still purchase it anyways. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, Slam Attacks, where on Slam Attacks, you could even actually put titles on the line and change match types and stuff, which did fuck all besides tell you it was in that match type. But I assume they might do something more nowadays. It's been a couple of years since I've played, and each year they do modify it, so they might have done something more useful. No.
Woo!
Woo! But I believe that's everything. And thank you for joining us, Jim.
Thank you, Jim.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Thank you to the two usual people.
Yep.
Well,
I'm sorry, I was muted. You're welcome.
Thank you to our unusual listener, Marcus Shadow. And yeah, join us next week with your host, Rick the Hammer, where we discuss